Hello again. I am so glad that you are joining me on day 3. I have no doubt that you've got your manager and personal assistant running around and doing all the work for you that I went through on day 2. And I really hope that you're feeling lighter and you're feeling like you're not carrying the world on your shoulders, and that you are helped and loved and guided every step of the way if you decide to ask for it. So I hope this brings you to a beautiful day. And today I really want to guide you through my practical tip of getting on a higher disc. This is now tapping more into our emotional side. I know that feeling of when you're feeling angry or despondent or frustrated, and you know that you're feeling these ways, you don't really want to feel this way. So how do you not? And how do you cheer up, as people say to you? So this is just a fun way. For me, it's tangible, it's real, it's something that I can really focus on and put into almost black and white. And it can just help you to feel better and get on a higher disc. So here we go. So as I said, this is my go-to whenever I find myself feeling low or despondent or any other negative emotion throughout your day. And I know the feeling that sometimes you're in the middle of a busy day and you really don't have time to stop, sit in nature and meditate or do what you know would really help you get into a better space. But hey, life is happening, things are going, you've got kids, you've got a job, you've got to keep going. And you can feel like your whole day is snowballing and you feel like you're just really not in a good emotional space or mindset. But what are you supposed to do? How do you snap out of it? So what I do is I visualize these different levels of emotions flying around in the sky, these little discs. And you are standing on a disc at any time. What you need to do is find these discs and climb up. You need to climb this ladder. And so these are just a few basic examples that I've got. And I'm going to give you a guide a bit later on of an actual emotional scale. And you've got to try and figure out how to climb this ladder. So what you need to do is you need to consciously climb the ladder. So you'll see I've got anger at the bottom. If you're feeling angry, you need to consciously try and climb this ladder emotional scale to blame. And it doesn't feel like blame's a good place to be, but it is one step up. So then you keep going, you go up to optimism. Now, I understand that we all want to be at love and life and freedom, but you can't always get all the way to the top. But as long as you're climbing and you keep like you're going in the right direction, you feel like you've got some control, and the law of attraction can then work in your favor and build momentum. And soon you will find yourself feeling better. No matter how high or low you are, if you keep going one up, just one more up, you will soon feel very better. So below, I'm going to give you a guide that is taken from Jerry and Esther Hicks. I don't know if you've heard or listened to any of their teachings about Abraham. They are wonderful teachers, and they have given this amazing guide, and it's an emotional guidance system. And it just helps you put into perspective where your emotional range is and how you are supposed to climb it. So as I say, you all want to be at level 1 all the time, but that is just not achievable, and it's not really feasible. So don't always strive to be in a state of joy and love and freedom. And if you are there, by all means, stay there. It's amazing. But life is challenging and things do happen. So it's just, this is about trying to keep going there, and that is the goal. But don't be hard on yourself if you're not there all the time. As long as you're striving and you are climbing, that is what we want. So if you like, you can pause this and read it through yourself, or you can come back and look at it later. I'm going to put it in the downloadable, so you can download it. And I actually, in the beginning, I stuck it around my house. I stuck it in a place where I knew I could reference it. So if you're feeling a feeling, you could almost reference it and try and put into perspective of how to get up. If you're feeling angry and someone says, cheer up, be happy, that's far too high a jump. So this just puts into more of a range that you can really read and understand, and just try and climb that ladder bit by bit. So the first step that we need to do is assess your emotions. This can be tricky, but this takes some conscious assessments, and the more you do it, the easier it does get. So yeah, know your emotions and you will learn them and stay present, and you'll quickly identify when a low-flying disc is around, and you'll learn with the power of your thoughts how to take a step up. So your emotions are the guide. So that is what you know, how you know where you are. But your thoughts are what are the driving force, and that's how you, so your emotions are coming from your thoughts, and that's how you climb, is by thinking that you're going to climb. So you actually have to say to yourself and stay present and really make it tangible. I want to feel hopeful or think hopeful thoughts, and raise your vibration. And this works on all levels, from depression, anger. You can even take a step up no matter where you are. If you feel positive and it's a step up and you keep climbing, you will reach a happier place. So it's not really necessary to understand every emotion in its order and be meticulous, but just gauge it by your feelings and your energy levels. And in the beginning, it's going to take some practice to look into it, but you'll quickly learn how to climb instead of drop, and you'll quickly learn how to move out, how to move up. Some people have to say it out loud, some want to write it down. Some people just stop, affirm it mentally in your mind. Whatever works for you, whatever gets you going. Everybody's different, so just try out different ways. Maybe if you need to write it in a journal, or if you need to actually stop and look at yourself in the mirror and say it. But just keep going and keep affirming your emotions, checking in with yourself where you are, and climbing the disc. It does take practice and attunement in yourself, but it is so amazing how powerfully it really works if you just say to yourself, I do not want to feel angry, so I'm going to feel blame, or what the next one up is. So in the next video, I've got a guide, and it just explains a little bit more. It gives you a few more examples of how to climb. We're not just saying be happy, it's how to climb up to reach that level of happiness. So I hope this makes sense, and I really hope if you have any questions, you really can shout out and reach out to us, and we are here to guide you, and we love hearing from you. And I hope you have a really magical day and you find your higher disc.